Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome back to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt here with Tim Allums. He's a realtor here in San Antonio, and Allums.
Allums.
Sorry about that. Okay. I have a really hard time with names. I need to start practicing before I get on the air. The funniest thing about you, Tim, this is part of your legacy, is your hat.
Yes.
You didn't wear it.
You want me to go get it?
No, you got to find Tim online because he's always wearing this hat that says Tim's World.
Tim's World of Real Estate.
And
I'm riffing on Wayne's World.
Yeah, that was a cool flick when I was growing up, too. This is the Legacy segment.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
I like to talk about legacy because Marquardt Law Firm is a sponsor of the show, and attorneys at Marquardt Law Firm focus on business and estate law, including last wills, living trusts, and tax-protected inheritance plans. It's all about legacy. So I like to ask my guest about their legacy, and this could be something that you inherited from those who have gone before you, or something you want to pass down to your beneficiaries. It could even be the values that you learned. And I know that you said, I don't view myself as a legacy builder, but you did tell me something about your father that is his legacy to you, and you can share it with our audience now. When I came to the radio station and you were already here, I said, you beat me. So what did you learn from your father?
So my father told me that if I was on time, I was 15 minutes late for any sort of meeting.
And you stuck with it.
Yes.
So that's something I'll remember about you.
Awesome.
Another thing that I've seen online, you like to post on Facebook and probably other places. You like to have fun with that. I see that you have a mascot.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your mascot?
That would be our 7-pound Chihuahua. His name is Nacho. His formal name is Ignacio Libre.
And tell us about him. What's his character like? What does he do with you?
So since my wife and I office at homes, he is the office pooch. He's very well traveled. He likes to travel with us when we do car trips. He has a secure seat in the center console of our car that whether we're in the Corvette or the Shelby or one of the Miatas, that boy has ridden 150 miles per hour.
So does he sit on the center console or in it?
It is a little carrier that's developed for use on the center console of a car. So it's anchored, and then he has a safety apparatus, a harness, if you will. So,
okay.
Yeah, and he likes to sit up and look out the window and see where we're going. And he's a little bit of a celebra dog, is what I like to say. My wife doesn't like that term for whatever reason, but he goes to all the car shows with us, and everywhere he goes, he's very well received. And if we go somewhere and we don't bring him for whatever reason, maybe we choose to have him stay with the sitter, people will be disappointed at that. You didn't bring Nacho.
Yeah. You mentioned car shows. Tell us about the car shows that you go to and what makes that fun for you.
So what we like is we've been invested in the car community for over 30 years. I had my first Corvette in 1994. We just like the community of car people. We love doing things like the Lone Star Corvette Club, Lone Star Classic in Grapevine, Texas. We were just there in July. We'll be at Bastrop for Corvette Invasion, which will be 300 Corvettes there in one place in Bastrop. Beautiful town. The town is a big economic generator for the town of Bastrop, and they really roll out the red carpets for us. And we like to do motorsport events. We like to go to do track days. We like to do big driving events out in West Texas, like Octane Fest, which is going to be 70 to 100 of, very high potent, high horsepower cars that, travel at a brisk pace out there in the West Texas area.
That's awesome. So is it do you give awards to like the nicest car, the oldest car, or the one that's been modified the most?
There can be those sorts of awards. The car that drove, the person that drove the furthest to get to an event, the person who got the broke down on the road event, or award, best paint, best interior, best modifications, or just best, in class, those sorts of awards.
And so do any of your cars, do you go for that, winning one of those kinds of awards?
We're not so much trophy hounds as we are just being a part of the community and participating in the event. Of course, if our name gets called to, go up and grab receive a trophy or something like that, we're not going to turn it down, of course.
I think your wife, Becky, won something once in the past couple of years. I saw you post on Facebook.
So when we were in West Texas for Octane Fest in 2024, she got the local sheriff's award for best in class.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, going along with the legacy segment, I wanted to talk about the legacy of Alan Greenspan. He was the Fed chair during the term of 4 different presidents. There was Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and I forget who the fourth one was. Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head.
Well, anyway,
19-year span.
That's a pretty big legacy. I mean, for that many presidents to keep you around. And if you read his obituary, people have lots of nice things to say. They say during his era, lots of good things happened. When the water rises, all the ships go with it, as they say. But after he left, that's sort of when the market went down. And so some people wonder, was it his fault for keeping rates low?
I don't know if it was necessarily because of him, but I think that there's some spillover from the Community Reinvestment Act, which was a bipartisan act in the 90s, whereby there's immense pressure on banking institutions to lend in the residential market. And the residential non-bank mortgage market was quite huge at the time and very much unregulated. And so the subprime blowout of 2008, when you could walk in and basically any mortgage company and just do stated income loans, which they called liar's loans. You had people, if you watched, did you ever watch The Big Short? That movie? Okay, that was a very true documentary. And then there was another movie that came out about the same time as The Big Short. I forget the name of the movie. I have it on DVD, and occasionally I'll watch these. Very true depiction of people getting 2 and 3 mortgage loans, doing adjustable rate mortgages, letting their friends live in houses, that sort of thing. And when the rates went up, the defaults went crazy, and that's when we had to bail out Merrill Lynch. Who was it? Wachovia went under, Bear Stearns, all of these people that were wrapping up toxic debt into mortgage bonds and selling them into the secondary market. There was such an appetite for these assets that the underperforming instruments inside of them were just toxic. And when it just all blew up, and I wouldn't say that was necessarily anything that Alan Greenspan caused, but he was definitely the head of the Federal Reserve. But that's not a cause and effect, I don't think.
Yeah, right. I was telling my wife the other day, just because 2 things happen at the same time doesn't mean that they're related.
Correct.
You got to be careful when you say things like that to your wife, though.
Yes.
Well, we have a couple of minutes left, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to talk to people. What do they need to know, when they're trying to get ready to sell their house? You like to work with sellers. What should they know?
So When somebody is referred to us to represent them on a residential sale, what we like to do is set up an appointment at the property. I like to do what we call a 360 tour of the property. I'll sit down and ask the family what their goals are. Are they upgrading? Are they downsizing? Is it a job move? Is it a divorce? What is causing them to no longer see that house as meeting their needs at that time?
Love it or list it.
We'll do a love it or list it. So we'll do a 360 tour of the property. We're going to look for items that would be would potentially cause cognitive dissonance for a buyer. These material issues that we're going to address, or these issues that we're not going to address but disclose and then price accordingly. So in this market, we're selling a lot of houses that just need to be spruced up for the market. You really your competition is against new construction, whether you think you are or not. You know, these established.
You want to make it look nice.
Yeah, you want to make it look nice.
So that they don't have to make repairs when they come in.
Yeah, and if you have a whole bunch of little bitty $10 and $20 repair items that you've lived with forever because you know it's not an indicator of something more serious, a buyer that's never been in your property before, they see enough of these that you trip that magic wire and they're like, how many more do we have to look at today?
Cognitive dissonance.
Yes.
Okay, well, this is Tim Allums with Keller Williams Realty. And he's been talking to us about San Antonio real estate. If somebody's interested in talking to you, what should they do?
They can call me or text me, 210-380-7475.
Okay, tell them one more time. The number.
210-380-7475.
Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
We'll talk to you later.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.